was just laughing. Laughter makes the heart grow fonder. Laughter to me keeps you young. And I literally was really carrying on laughing. And so, welcome. Hello, everybody. Let me say this because it's probably going to drive me a little bit interesting. And I'm going to say interesting. Y'all, I see what's going on in my background. And so if I look like I'm fading in and out, it is me. It is I. I am not a ghost. It is me. And I'm just having technical difficulties. So I'm just going to throw that out there. So y'all not like, why is she? Woo. So, it's all good. And let me also say to my firstborn, who quite often catches me, happy birthday, firstborn. And she's going to sit there and say, firstborn? And I'm the only one born? And yes, she is. So happy birthday. You all welcome. New year, new promotion, 5-day boot camp. Listen, we are on day 4. New year, new promotion. I want you all to be excited. I want you all to really step out on faith and believe in yourself and go get your promotion this year. Do not wait until someone just gives it to you. I want you to actively go for it. When you're actively going for it, there are some things that you need to know. So I hope that you have been tuning in. You can definitely catch all of the replays wherever you're watching them. So if you're watching them on my business page, you can catch them there. If you're watching them on YouTube, you can catch them there as well. So we are really into it. Day 4. Yesterday, we focused on negotiation. If you missed any part of that, please make sure. Listen, ladies, you all need to know how to negotiate. So we talked about recognizing your value, the market and industry standards, and strategic career growth. This is going to get you ready, get you set. And it's not just one thing. I need you all to incorporate the many different teachings, the lessons that I'm describing so that you will be successful. Today, we're going to be discussing the strategic benefits of diversity in the workplace as a women striving for advancement and progress. You all have the opportunity to leverage every last one of your diverse perspectives. Do not let anyone put you in the box. And I'm speaking to all women. I'm speaking to my Black and brown sisters. I'm speaking to my Caucasian sisters. I'm speaking to every woman out there. I am so excited. I am knocking over lights over here. You all have diverse perspectives. And so this one is definitely for you because this is important when we're talking about building teams. And so diversity is more than just that whole catchphrase. It's a powerful tool that if you use it effectively, it's going to be able to drive the results that you want to see, that your employers want to see. It's going to do wonders for your team, and it's going to grow you, and you're going to just realize how successful you can be when you're really implementing this. So our 3 focal points for today: innovation and problem solving, representation and relatability. And the third one is going to be culture and competitiveness. Before I jump, I feel like I've already jumped in. Let me remind you always, whether you're catching this live, whether you're catching the replay, we welcome your name Tell us where you're coming or you're tuning in from. Again, whether it's live or the replay. We love to hear from you. If there's something resonating, let us know that. If you have comments or questions, you can feel free to drop those in the comments as well. I look at the comments, my team, we're looking at the comments. And so we definitely love hearing from you. And again, that's whether you're live, watching us live, and or if you caught the replay. There, when I say I'm going to just jump on in, I'm going to jump on in. And let's get to our first topic: innovation and problem solving. And remember, we're speaking about especially diversity. Diverse teams bring a multitude of different perspectives to the table. This is what we always want. It's really an invaluable tool when you're looking to solve complex problems. Sometimes there are leaders out there, and this is not going to be you, because none of you who are tuning in are going to be that leader who only wants to hear, yes, who only wants to hear their side. Sometimes that's what you have to do. You see how I just took that deep breath? Sometimes that's what you need to do. Take a deep breath. Take a step back when someone is bringing you a solution, when someone is providing information to you that may be slightly different from your own viewpoint. Take a deep breath and know that this individual, no matter what you may think that their motive is behind it, there could be valuable truth in that representation, in those words. And sometimes, as a leaders, we can be quick to shut someone down. And I don't want that to be you. Sometimes is it an inopportune moment that they're bringing it to you? Maybe, but that's okay, because you could inherently be turning away gold. And I don't want that for you. So each unique viewpoint can be the key to unlocking that innovation, that solution that you need. That is going to also, remember, when you are soliciting feedback, when you are getting recommendations, when you're getting solutions from your team, you are bringing your team together in such a dynamic fashion. And listen, not getting ideals from one person, getting ideals from the multitude of your team. That is what's going to bring that harmonious team. That's what's going to bring the roux to your sauce. I don't know why I just said the roux, but if you're doing gumbo or if you're doing anything like that, if you all are cookers out there, the roux. If your roux is wrong, child. Okay, back to the scheduled uh, topic. Okay, diversity of a thought encourages a culture of creativity, and it's a breeding ground for breakthrough. Hear me. You do not want everyone to say it just like you. When I go look for feedback, if the people around me saying, "Oh, you did good," I am looking for it. People around me know I will literally go out to look for the person that says something different, because we need it all. When we speak of innovation and problem solving, it encompasses a range of unique experiences, cultural backgrounds, cognitive approach. Each team member brings that. Again, we come from diverse backgrounds. We have different backstories. And when you're able to really plug that in, you create magic. And, you really do. It's synergy. So it's about acknowledging the way that we all approach things. It's not about shutting someone down, it's about giving them the floor. You don't always have to agree, but listen, you actually might be surprised that there again is gold in that. And so let's go ahead and move to our second topic. You all, tonight we will be in and out, which is also sometimes for you busy leaders a good thing. Representation and relatability. Your team should mirror the diversity of your client base. And so, especially nowadays, your client base is diverse. And so, do you have someone that looks like your client base? Or if your client base, and let's just be real, if your client base is all African American consumers, is there someone on your team that's African American? If your client base is all Caucasians, is there someone on your team? There are times that we won't talk about things like this, and I get it. There's a place, I get a platform, so I can, but it's important that the people that are on your team also represents your client base. It represents your customers. Sometimes your customers are people within your organization. Sometimes your customers are people that may be purchasing something from you, whether that's a product, whether that's a service. And so we want diversity all a way around. And so the representation fosters stronger connections with customers, and it can drive both satisfaction and it can help with your sales. Expanding on representation and relatability is crucial to understand. And that diversity is not just merely this topic that we say, oh, yes, let's just be diverse today. No, it's let's embrace diversity. We don't want to just be diverse on one day. We want to become, we want to encompass. It is not a one stop, one check box. And so, again, expanding on representation, it's crucial. And it's not just about the optics, it's strategically imperative that we all begin to adopt that. It's strategically imperative that we ask questions in, or at least from a good standpoint. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to be curious. It's okay to not understand everything. And it is okay to share your experiences. I mean, perhaps maybe you don't want to share them when you're giving a specific presentation about something else, but we should create platforms that people can share and it can become more natural. A team that reflects diversity of your client base brings an intrinsic understanding of the nuances and the preferences. And it helps because they understand the demographic. And again, it's not always just about the representation, it is also about the relatability, because you can have representation and you can have relatability. I will say this, my husband and I love my husband because we're both African American people and we have two different ways when it comes to relatability. And I'm just going to stop it there. If you're ever curious and you get a chance to talk to me, talk to me and we can talk about it. But that helps you to understand just because you have two African Americans, it doesn't mean that you have the same level of relatability. And so it's a two-part marriage, it's just not a one part. You need both. And so make sure that you're aware of that. Just because you're covering a demographic does not mean you're covering the relatability part, and vice versa. Well, never mind, because I'll get off topic. So again, a team that can reflect the diversity of your client base, it's going to bring that value, that nuance that you're looking for. They can also identify with the user's end experiences, any challenges that may come up, and they can relate to the client more authentically. This insight becomes invaluable when designing marketing campaigns, developing any type of interfaces, or providing that excellent customer service that resonates on a personal level. And sometimes that's the difference between good and great. And even some may say excellent. So there's good, there's great, and there's excellence. And that's going to be the difference when we're talking about that. And so, in an increasing connected world, the ability to genuinely relate and to be able to represent your audience is really something that can help to transform your customer satisfaction into loyalty. And that's what we want, especially when we have a customer base. And let's move on to our third point, which is culture and competitiveness. A diverse workplace enriches your culture and your experiences, making it more adaptable to global change. Do you hear me? You need diversity when we're speaking about global change. You need the different perspectives, you need the different eyesight, eye gate. It's different. Just like if you've only been in the United States and you haven't traveled to another country, when you step foot in another country, you will realize hmm, you need a better understanding. The first time we went to Europe, it was a culture shock. The second time we went, it was like, oh, we know what to expect. Oh, we're down, because you have to understand when you're coming from this single solitude place, you when you're able to get the broader perspectives, when you're able to embrace other cultures, other people, you become so much better. And yes, you can, that's going to help you to ascend to globally. Cultivating such an environment can set you apart from your competitors, making your team not just the place to work, but the hub for professional and personal development. Moreover, the richness of diversity when we're talking about the workplace extends beyond immediate team dynamics. It contributes to creating a brand identity. We're talking about brand identity when we do our master class on Saturday. So, brand identity. And we're talking about being able to be more progressive and dynamic. Companies that celebrate diversity are seen as a leaders and like really, they are introvators. They are really going after it. And so, again, it's not just the cute cliche catchphrase. It's not, oh, let me just get you in the door. It becomes a way of thinking. And if it's not your way of thinking, I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to encourage you to step out of the box. I'm going to encourage you to start speaking to someone that doesn't look like you. I'm going to encourage you to watch something that you normally wouldn't watch. Watch something on someone's culture. Do something to get outside of your current, and especially if it's a limited view. Be curious of people. Don't make assumptions. Be curious. And it is okay, even in today, to have a general sense of curiosity. We do not want to put people in boxes, and nor do people want to be known to be in a box. And so, when we're talking about all of this, we really want to be able to demonstrate this commitment to culture that mirrors the world's diversity. And that's again going to be the difference between being a market leader or being left behind. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be left behind. And this investment in a diverse corporate culture is really not just about doing something good. It's about driving sustainability, being inclusive. We're talking about massive growth that's going to benefit not just the company, but it's going to benefit everyone that's connected, including the stakeholders and your customers. And so that's our 3 points. Please, I'm going to ask, I welcome you all to join our Facebook group, Next Level Progression Alliance. All are welcome. It is a safe space for leaders, up and coming leaders, and everything leadership. Again, you do not have to be, although I speak to the mid-career woman and I want her to level up to an executive level position in our group. All are welcome. And that's why it's an alliance, because if you've listened to me, I say we need alliances. It can't just be women. We need to be connected with all. And please note, we have our master class on Saturday. However, if I am not mistaken, I believe that we are sold out. I mean, it's free, but our it's free. So when I say sold out, I just mean that we have met our capacity. And so make sure that you're following us on social media. Make sure that you're in the know. It is my desire, it is my honor, it is my privilege to work with mid-career women. I have a extreme soft spot for you all, and that's because when I was in your shoes, I didn't have someone that was pulling me up. I didn't have it. I had to figure it out pretty much all by myself. And I don't want you to be in that situation. I don't want you to be in that boat. I want you to know your worth. I want you to know your value. I want you to know that you can go after your next. And so definitely, I want you to make sure that you stay connected. And one way is to make sure you're in that Facebook group. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I want to remind you that diversity is not just about a matrix to or metrics to just aim for. It's strategic. It's an asset for you to use. It's about integrating and really weaving into the fabric that we are embracing all diversity. We are embracing all. It is not you got to look like me. You got to just be a woman. You only have to be a man. No, we are embracing all, all. And I literally mean all. So again, not about just checking a checkbox. No, this is becoming a lifestyle. This should be your lifestyle. And if it's not, again, do some of the things that I recommended. Step out of your comfort zone, speak to someone different. You need it all. Read a book, watch a different movie. There are different ways. You don't have to go ham. You don't have to like totally feel like you're out there in left field, if you will. There are small subtle things that you can start, but guess what? You can start today and you can start tomorrow. It's really about bringing together varied experiences, the different viewpoints and skills that's going to help to create this dynamic team that's going to be stronger because of the sum of its parts. As you progress in your careers, remember, leveraging diversity is not just the right thing to do, it's the smart thing to do. So I want you to embrace it. I want you to champion it and watch it become the cornerstone of your success story. I want to end with a quote. Diversity is being invited to the party. Inclusion is being asked to dance. So I want you all to ask, I would say as many people as possible to dance, but definitely if you're not asking people to dance, I urge you, ask them to dance. Don't just invite them to the party. Let's see what their moves are. And I bet you they can teach you a thing or two. Honey, if you're listening, we got to get our tango on. See, I don't know how to tango, but guess what? I can learn. All right, you all, you deserve nothing but the best. It's my goal to ensure that you move to your next level, take your career to newer heights. Make sure you're connected so that you can get the information. I want you to have it. You all have a great one.